Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brad, and today I want to talk about narcissism, which is a very, very common mental disorder that a lot of people have, especially in the Western world, like America today. And this relates to dating. A lot of the girls that you're going to date nowadays are massively narcissistic, and they've been narcissistic for a long time. A lot of the younger generation dudes are massively narcissistic, and they've been for a long time. So let's talk a little bit about narcissism, what it is, my opinion on it, where it really derives from, and what it means to your life. So let's get into this. Narcissism is the idea that you're the only person that matters. When I'm talking to you, and if I'm a narcissist, I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your position in the world. I don't care about whether I'm screwing you over on business. I don't care if I'm screwing you over in a relationship. All I care about is getting one over on you and feeling more superior to you because I'm the best. I'm the shit. I'm God. I'm the most important person in the world. I am God. That's how narcissists feel, whether they acknowledge it consciously or not. They're completely all about themselves. They literally think that they're God. They think that their purpose in life is for them to win and for you to lose. And the problem is that, again, I relate a lot of stuff nowadays back to biblical stuff, good versus evil, God versus Satan. And these people, whether they know it or not, are worshiping Satan. They're quite literally all about Satan. Like, for instance, if you've watched my other videos on bradholiday.com or my Brad Holiday YouTube channel, I talk a lot about this. The practice of Satanism is about you're worshiping the earth, you're worshiping Baal, Moloch, the gods of the earth. You're all about humanistic pleasures and what's in it for me. Life is meant to be lived in this dimension while we're alive, and just get everything you can out of it. Fuck other people and fuck animals and fuck the earth. It's about me, 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 me. And you see that. You see these people like Kim Kardashian. You see a lot of these Instagram plastic model girls. You see, just people that don't give a damn about other people. Great example would be a guy like Joe Biden. I mean, honestly, not to bring politics into this too much because I'm posting it on Lux Life, on Brad Holiday YouTube, and on my blog. I do talk about politics quite a bit. But that guy is a perfect fucking example of a narcissist. That guy literally gets on stage and he's just like, yeah, those allegations are bullshit. And yeah, I'm going to tax you. Yeah, I'm going to tax you. I'm going to raise your taxes too if I get elected. And I'm going to kill the oil industry. There's going to be no more fracking. And no, I never said that. I never said that. Trump said that, and it's your fault. You should have worn the mask. It's your fault that COVID-19 is the illness that it is. It's your fault, America, because you didn't wear the mask. It's not because I funded it. It's not because I'm in cahoots with the people that are producing the vaccine and produce the illness. No, it's your fault. That's a narcissist for you. Empathetic people that care for others and they put their attention focus on other people, and they care about the people that they're in a relationship with, which is the only person that you can be in a relationship with. You can't be in a relationship with a narcissist. You're not. There's no connection there. They're simply using you for what you've got. An empathetic person is a person that's going to be in communication with you. You guys love each other. You care about each other. That's what makes a relationship work. You're consciously looking at that person and seeing how they're feeling, and you want to do the right thing by them. Sometimes that means you challenge them. Sometimes it means you just love them and take care of them. And that's being in a healthy relationship. Narcissists can't do that. They don't do that. Like, really, you have to understand that true narcissists, people that are all the way on that side of the spectrum, they're covertly always going back to, like, what's in it for me? How can I get, the most out of this person? It's all about me, me, me. And we all have that to a degree. But again, true narcissists, it's all about them. All about them. And they'll do things that you wouldn't believe. They'll create a whole fictional personality of that they're just trying to get, on your good side, and then they're actually just using you and fucking you over behind the scenes. A lot of times psychopaths and narcissists do that. I mean, Joe Biden, classic example. The guy got in a fucking office and the guy literally sold it. I mean, I understand that a lot of you might love Joe Biden. You're idiots. The guy literally went behind our backs and sold us out. It's like, so bring it back to girls. I just talk about Joe Biden because he's a great example of a narcissist. Up there on stage, flying around on Air Force One. I'm used to everyone kissing my ass. It's your fucking fault. It's like the girl that cheats on you while you're at work and is like, you know what? I'm going to take your house. I'm going to take your kids. You're going to pay me alimony too. And, it's your fault. That's massive narcissism because it has absolutely no connection to that person and what they're experiencing in the moment. The girl that literally takes the guy to court, rips his kids away from him, takes alimony checks from him after she cheated on him. Whoa. I mean, do they ever once consider how you feel? I don't think so. Because if they did, and they associated to it and really felt it, I don't think they would feel okay with that. I mean, this just massive narcissism in our society. A lot of girls are extremely narcissistic. I hate to say this to you guys, but I would venture to say that like 98% of women, 99% of women are super narcissistic. They're really all about themselves and they'll, maybe act like they're empathetic for a while, but then the program kicks in of their conditioning and then they're back into being narcissistic. They'll fuck you over in a second. They have no empathy. I mean, I've had times where I've been with girls that I'd have died for, honestly. I mean, at the time, I really cared about them a lot. And I think that's a natural thing. For people you really love and care about, is like you would die for them. If they were going to be hurt, I'd rather just go than see that person really hurt. If I had the choice between her and me, looking at her hurt or dead, let it be me. But I've had so many experiences where I've seen this, where I've been in a bad position, a real bad position, and what'd they do? They just kicked me when I was fucking down. And I've heard so many stories of that, of just people just, while you're down, they just kick you right in the fucking face. That's pretty sick shit, dude. I mean, that's not an empathetic thing to do. And I'm not saying this is not a excuse for being a victim or fucking up or whatever. I'm not saying, oh, go fuck up and find out who your friends are. Don't fuck up, win, and be successful. But you really got to watch this. You really got to pay attention to who's a narcissist in your life, who is totally self-absorbed. I mean, it's scary. It's scary the amount of people that are completely disconnected from relationship with life and human beings. They have zero relationship. That's what a narcissist is. They're just purely in their own vision of what they want and they're going for it and they're getting it. And it's like not this big Machiavellian tactic. It's just who they are. It's either a genetic thing. I've known people within my own family that just since they're born, they're just always trying to sneak and slither their way in to fuck you over and win. And the biggest mistake that people that are empathetic, I'm too empathetic. Like when it comes to sales or closing a girl, for instance, since this is a dating channel, one of the hardest things for me to do when I first started, and it still kicks back in, is just rip a girl out of the club and just be yeah, let's go. And just pull and just do it. And just not really care whether she, likes it, doesn't like it. If she blows out, oh well, I'm going to go do it to another one. That's called being aggressive in gaming. I know that that's so, oh my God, that's the most racist, sexist thing to say. Dude, no, it's not. By the way, girls hook up with multiple guys a night, okay? They suck a dude's dick in the bathroom and then they go home with you. They get fucked in the bathroom once, twice, suck a third dick, and then go home with some guy. look, these girls aren't fucking angels. It's not a big deal what I'm saying. Your fucking bullshit liberal ass agenda, you can go fuck yourself with it. It was hard for me to get aggressive like that because that's some sociopathic shit. That's some like, I don't give a damn whether, your friends are waiting for you or you're here with your husband or you're here with your boyfriend. I'm going to get mine. I'm going to go fuck you and it's going to be fun. And you're going to be on my rotation and that's it. And it's that level of I just don't give a fuck and entitlement to it that I think, you have to develop in game to be like a true, be like closing a lot and be like really fucking pimping. You just have to barge in and not give a fuck. But if you're an empathetic person, that's very difficult. So you have to develop it. That's why narcissists and sociopaths, psychopaths do really well in game because they just don't give a fuck about anybody. It's all about their agenda and they'll get it no matter what. You know what I mean? That's what they're all about. The thing is, yes, you want to develop a little bit of that for sure if you're gaming. If we're talking about dealing with dumb nightclub girls or just dealing with girls, you got to be able to close. In sales, you got to be able to just fucking close and be aggressive. In business, you got to be aggressive. But, I also think it's important to really have empathy and connect and have relationship with people. And I think that, to be honest with you, that's what a lot of people miss. A lot of girls miss that. They really do. And it's really sad because they wind up being 35 and alone and like, yeah, all right. Wow, sweetie, you got 100,000 likes on that Instagram page where you showed your ass and you had a fucking OnlyFans account. Wow, really good job. Really proud of you. By the time she's 35, she's alone. Her boobs are saggy, her ass is saggy. Her pussy isn't as fucking tight as it used to be. She just doesn't have that youthful look, and now she's just some narcissistic, dumb bimbo that's 35. Sad. Really sad. Because she would have been better served to have cultivated that empathetic part of herself more, but I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't think a lot of them will break out of it. It's something that they've been conditioned to do for a long time, and a lot of them are just never going to break out of it. They'll stand up on the chair and just scream and pout and bitch about different things and just be like, this isn't right, that isn't right. You didn't greet me when I came home today. You didn't do this for me. I'm feeling unloved. I'm going to go fuck Tyrone, the juice bar guy. And then they do it, and then they break up with you and take your kids and take your house. I mean, I shit you not. You think that you're living in 1955 where you can, really have like a healthy, wholesome family unit because, people are empathetic and they understand life is vulnerable and precious and beautiful. And they've been taught to love children and respect men and men respect women. I don't think that ever went away. I think if anything, men have too much respect for women and women have no respect for men. It's just, and little respect for children too. So it's just, we live in a society of massive narcissism. I'll put it to you that way. I think probably a good answer to it is like humility. Humility teaches you to be empathetic to people because when you go through, like, we're all going to go through trials in life. And I kind of think that, like, when people have it too easy, maybe they just don't develop the empathy necessary. I learned a lot of empathy, like, I'll be honest with you, dealing with drug addicts. I used to run Narcotics Anonymous meetings. I used to be surrounded by people in really, really low places in their lives. And I really developed a lot of love and a lot of empathy for those people because I saw, everyone struggles. Like, you look and you see these people, you see these, you remember how Dan Bilzerian was, oh my God, Dan Bilzerian is the biggest pimp ever. Turned out to be a total fraud. And you look at him and you think, oh, that guy's got it made. He's a professional poker player. He's got all this money. He's got all these women. He's got this great brand. How could he ever fall? Well, he fell. I bet that guy's feeling pretty vulnerable. In fact, I saw one private message the guy sent to one of these channels of a Marine that I watch. I forget, Jameson Responds or something like that, I think the name of it is. He responds like military training videos, and Dan Bilzerian strikes out at him. He's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch. Like, I really did go through Bud's training, you fucking fag. How dare you say that to me?" So he's going through a hard time too. I think that we just kind of like cut people off from that in life, and they just don't ever go through it, and they just don't know. Probably the best way to really learn about adversity is learn to fight and actually get in the ring and get beat up a few times, and that's pretty rough, man. Getting beat up in front of a big group of people, that was pretty emotionally tough for me when I went through that. And now I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I just don't care. I think the more adversity you have to go through, like the more empathy you have, but then also you develop a healthy balance between empathy and narcissism. And ego, the ability to say, fuck this, like I'm gonna go for mine. I really, I like to balance it out. I've seen people with a way out of control narcissistic ego, and a lot of girls have it, man. A lot of girls have it. They have no, I mean, actually, we're probably at the peak level of like girls having way too much ego. I mean, you saw, I don't know if you guys watched, like Chelsea Handler told 50 Cent the other day, "Hey, I have to teach you how to be black again." Okay. Like some dumb, privileged Hollywood, like white blonde chick is telling 50 Cent what it's like to be black. Essentially telling other, black people how to be black too. She's not, dude, she lives in a fucking mansion in Beverly Hills. She gets like $1 million, $3 million a year to go and talk on TV and pretend to be some sassy, stuck up woman. How much is she really working compared to you, the average listener of this channel, or anybody? She's not fucking working that hard. Your OnlyFans girls, they sit at home in their fucking pajamas and fart and shit, and then they, go take a shower and put on a thong, and they get, hundreds of dollars. They go on dates and get fucked by cool guys, and the guys pay them on seeking arrangements. They have their parents helping them out. They have the government helping. Come on, let's cut through the fucking shit, okay? Have a little, if you're a girl watching this, have a little fucking respect for men, okay? Have a little fucking respect. For the most part, most men that I know, that I associate with, are men that have a tremendous respect for women. They treat women too well. That's why they come to me. They're like, "Oh my God, I treated her so well. I was so considerate and so kind." And let's talk about that for a second. There's a show that my girl was watching the other day, called The Bachelor or something. I don't know, The Bachelorette, some fucking ridiculous show. I couldn't watch it for more than 10 seconds. And like most of the guys on that show are literally like, it's such a brainwashing thing. You got like a 39-year-old, pretty average looking lady, and she's got literally like 12 different studs lined up, like tall football players, Army Rangers, just like tall, good looking dudes, like really good looking dudes that are all like kissing her fucking ass on the show. Like, if that's not an example of like how bad game can kill you regardless of looks, I don't know what is. It's ridiculous. And again, like, this is what I teach. This is why I teach this stuff, because like if you go to the club, there's a lot of tall, good looking guys. They don't approach. They also don't have any balls, and they're fucking weird. Most guys are fucking weird. They can't just like be themselves and have a good time and find a girl they have chemistry with. That's too much to ask. So these guys are literally, they're too much on the side of empathetic. They're very like trying to, make sure she's comfortable. They're like, "Can I kiss you? Can I hug you? Can I hold your hand? What are you looking for? Are you looking to be married?" Like, and they just met, you know what I'm saying? Even though the show's set up so that like the girl's looking for a husband, it's still human dynamics. When you meet somebody You meet a girl, you're going out on a date with a girl, you keep it fucking light, guys. You approach a girl in a bar or club, you keep it fucking light. You have fun with her. You're not there. So what are you looking for in a man? I can't wait to have babies with you. You know what she's gonna do? Fucking leave. I mean, in a lot of ways, I kind of can't blame women because, men have been so conditioned to be so empathetic that, like, there's no chasing it for them. They're dealing with guys that can't get laid, they don't approach, and then on top of it, they get super clingy on the girl as soon as they fucking meet her. So they're kind of like, well, I just want to get fucked, and the last few guys that I met were super creepy and super clingy. You know, they want to chase a little bit. So, in that show, those guys were way too empathetic. You have to have a healthy balance. Healthy balance. Women need to be more empathetic. Guys need to be potentially a bit more narcissistic. Guys do need to be, on the whole, more narcissistic. They need to be more focused on themselves and not put up with shit. Now, with that said, there definitely are guys that are super narcissistic that you need to watch out for, particularly in business. If you're dealing with like high level dudes in finance or high level like CEO types, just be aware of those people. You don't know where they got their money from. You don't know what their background is. They might have just gotten it all easily in one windfall, or they might have been supported and funded the entire time. So you need to be, take a look at who you're dealing with. My least favorite clients to deal with are dudes that just have a shitload of money from their parents, trust fund kids, or like they had some windfall or something and they just think it's a joke. My favorite clients to work with are people that have, like I said, dealt with adversity. They're humble, but they're hardworking. They're willing to just do the shit that scares them and take the risk. That's where the change happens, honestly. And on the girl side, there are girls that are super empathetic. I tend to be more skeptical because a lot of girls also will pretend to be empathetic up front. They do that a lot. They'll be like, oh, if they like a guy and they sense he's a challenge and he's not needy and he's cool and he fucks them good, he's attractive and other girls want him and pre-selected and he makes them feel good and whatnot. The thing is they'll do this thing in the beginning where they quite literally are like giving a lot up front so that they think, oh, I'm gonna get this one. And then once you're in, then they become total narcissists. I've seen that quite a bit. I've been fooled, and I've seen a lot of people get fooled by that. Women need to understand that, like, empathy doesn't stop. Empathy and love and caring about somebody. Love is the main thing. It's not about narcissism and empathy. It's about love. You need to have love for people. You can't just fuck people over. You can't be like some... you can't just be this like horrible person. And it's easy to be that way when you go out on a ton of dates and you're going out and you just have so many options. You can be a real asshole. It's real easy to be an asshole when you have you're dating a super hot chick and you have like 3 to 4 other girls that are like hot, and then you're out on a date with a girl that's just not attractive. It's easy to be like, this isn't like, you're ugly, that would hurt her feelings. Like, it might be true. Be like, you're ugly, you smell like shit, I fucking hate you, like, go away. There are certainly guys that do that because they can, and they just treat them like shit. That's not cool, guys. Just, try to be a decent human being. Some girls, as an aside, they only appreciate guys that are assholes, particularly like super hot girls. Like, they'll be like, are you going to buy me dinner? I'm like, the fuck is this? You think just because you come here and you got your little fucking titties out, I'm gonna just buy you dinner? Get fucking lost. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Are you fucking joking? What are you? You know how many other fucking girls that are here like you? Take a look around. There's a lot of, you could be a real asshole to some of those girls and they love it. They're like, oh my god, no one has ever talked to me like this. And then they just like, they'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that to me. I'm like, yeah, I fucking said it because it's true, and it's true. You're a fucking idiot. And then they come back and they're like, that is so hot. No man talk to me like that. You come fuck me. I'm like, yeah, you're gross. Like, you really think I'm gonna just fuck you right now because of all this? You think I'm gonna take you home and just fuck your brains out, make you come? Ooh, I'm gonna give you some fucking more validation for all your bullshit that you put me through. It's just like playing a game. It's not really actually wanting to do that, but they're putting up, it's like in sparring. I'll go as hard as you want me to go. Like somebody hits me hard, I'm like, okay, let's fucking go. Same thing with girls. They want to act like a narcissist with me. Okay, very well then. I've got nothing to lose. You want to be a cunt to me? You want to be a bitch? You want to make me try to, you want to extort me for money or pay for your meal or pay for your cab ride home as if I'm entitled to do that? We're both taking the time to meet, sweetheart. This is not a one-way street here. This is a two-way street. Your time isn't any more valuable. In fact, your time is less valuable than mine. All right? Your fucking value's going down. Mine's going up. All right, sweetheart? So fucking get real. She can get lost or not. I don't give a fuck. And you have to have that attitude too. You have to be a bit gangster with it and not give a fuck. Then you turn around, go approach another girl, be like, hey, what's up? You're cute. Just had a bad date. Thought I'd say hi. What's up? I'm Brad. Keep it pimping, man. Keep it fucking pimping. So I mean, it's a mix. At the core, though, you want to have that empathy for people. You want to love people. You want to really try to have them, try to create a good experience for people. I mean, because being a narcissist, true narcissist, it goes down a road that's like, it's not good. It's really not good. I mean, truthfully, narcissism, like I just went into the game mode there for a second, but narcissism is a form of Satanism. And if you want to be a narcissist, go join a Satanist ritual occult, and then I'll fucking find you and hunt you down. Because what those people do, and I understand, but like what those people do is sick. True Satanism is the root of narcissism. It's a disconnection from God. It's a reason that I even have to play that game with girls that are bitchy, or demanding things and this and that. It's simply because they've been influenced to be a narcissist. They've been influenced to be a Satanist, whether they know it or not. Most of them are so fucking dumb, they have no fucking idea that Satanism even exists. They wouldn't even know it if it hit them, unless they come from one. Then they're probably real good at being a narcissist. I would not be able to tell. But where that goes, subscribe to my channel, Brad Holiday. You can... I go into depth about it because I study it, and a lot of it's in my product. So be a good person, be an empath, care about people, love life, have a relationship with life, have a relationship with people, and don't go out to hurt people, but also, understand the narcissism. And it's like, I guess the best way to put my philosophy is like, do no harm. I truly don't want to do any harm. I just want to have a good life and basically be left alone. Ironic because I teach dating. It's like, like I just don't want anyone telling me what to do. Just want to do no harm. I don't want to do any harm unto you. I just want to, help and run a business and whatnot. And then also I don't take any shit. So if somebody gives me shit, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something and do something, and I don't really care. That's one thing, last thing I'm going to say, that's what I'm really happy about 2020 is that we've hit peak level SJW. So it's either going to keep going up until we're all in slave camps, or it's going to crash and burn. Frankly, I don't give a fuck anymore about what Mark Zuckerberg or the fat lesbian that's in charge of fucking YouTube thinks about, me talking about pimping and picking up fucking chicks, okay, and fucking several different... I don't give a fuck. I mean, who are they? Mark Zuckerberg literally would never have sex in his life if it wasn't for his money. Ajit Ping, he would never have sex in his life unless for his fucking money. This fat lesbian in charge of YouTube, she's disgusting. She smells like sulfur like Hillary Clinton. You know, she probably is, you know, a double-ended dildo she puts in her fucking asshole and her pussy and just fucks herself all night and has some slave do it for her, you know. These people, I don't care about their opinion. I don't care about the opinion of the chodes at the bar where they're watching. They're like, oh my god, he's doing the game that I once read about from the Neil Strauss book. Or I don't care about the fucking miserable social justice fat lesbian girls that go to the new school. They're like, oh my god, he said hello to that girl. Or, you know, the dumb, I don't care about fucking anybody. Anybody's fucking opinion. I'm doing me, I'm going for my shit, and that's it. And then on the other side of it, also I do care. That's why I have to even say that, is because I care so much about your opinion that I have to just go out in orbit and I'm like, I don't fucking care. Like, fuck it, fuck all of you. You know, people are out here wearing masks. Why the fuck do I care about your fucking opinion? You know? But it also makes me sad too, you know? Like, it makes me sad that you'd even say that. I'm like, oh my god, no, the coronavirus, why would you say? Am I being rude to that girl by telling her she's pretty? No, I'm not being rude, you know? Am I being rude by saying that edgy fucking line? Like, damn girl, like, you look like Marlon Brando's ex. What's up, Brando? Like, just make some shit up. She's like, she gets offended. She's like, that's fucking rude. I read that in the Fat Lesbian Monthly. Oh my god, I'm telling my senator. I'm gonna write a letter. You know, whatever the fuck she says. She's like, hey, Bouncer, this guy told me that I look like Marlon Brando's ex. Like, I'm gonna go stuff my pussy with cotton tonight and fucking write a blog. Who gives a shit, Jeff? I don't give a fuck. I'll literally just call him Jeff. I've got a lot of lines of shit that I just... It's just an aside, like, you know, let's, like, call everyone Jeff. You know, like, some girl's like, oh my god, he's not wearing his fucking face diaper mask. And he approached me. I'm calling Obama. I'd be like, shut up, Jeff. And she's like, I'm not Jeff. I'm fucking Gina. I'd be like, whatever, fucking Murph. Go fucking write a letter. Whatever, dude. You gotta have fun, too. So that's sort of my perspective. That even makes sense. This is an aside, too. Like, what I'm doing right now is, like, good game. Like, this is actually how this is literally how I talk to girls. And I'll just, like, just fucking make out with them. Like, makes me so horny. Just... Game is, like, super, like, emotional, has nothing to do with logic. You just go and you just have a good time, as Trump would say. Have a good time with it. Approach a lot. You know, you can get into the esoteric stuff like I'm talking about now, especially in fucking lockdown. But, you know, ultimately the main thing is just approach a lot, improve your looks, get on online dating, and fucking kill it, dude. You know, fuck what these people think. In fact, I might actually make another video about that right now. Hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.